So continuing on where we left on Sotapanna. Okay, so the thing is that 5 faculties, that's what you need to work. So a Sotapanna, when he starts, any Sotapanna, whichever category, however it is, if he comes into Buddha Dhamma, he coming into Buddha Dhamma due to two causes. One is that there is a parami, meaning can be from past life or whatever it is, but he or she gets to penetrate something. It can be anything, even a monk talking or somebody talking or on the YouTube or whatever it is. The person is feeling happy about it. It means that he is coming into the stream. Clear? It can be any video. It doesn't matter whether somebody is talking related to the actual Buddha teaching or not actual Buddha teaching or whatever, it doesn't matter. If somebody is interested, that is a sufficient indication. There need not be any other indication. So we shouldn't suspect anyone saying that they have not reached somewhere or whatever it is. It's unfair. So if we do that, it will be harmful on our own side. Let's say in our case, our family members, if they're interested, they're listening to it. They're listening to it because they are in that. Otherwise, nobody will listen. Okay, so we shouldn't comment saying that they don't have seriousness, they don't have this or that or whatever. That would be wrong. If somebody doesn't have genuinely, that person will never join, no matter how much you force. Out of force, they might just join for few sessions and they'll say, okay, thank you. Or they will find some excuse and they will go away. Meaning, what I'm trying to say is that first they get interested and then they start investigation. What is this? Both should happen. Somebody pushes them or they get interested in it and they don't investigate, then they're out of it. They get into it and then they start investigation, meaning wanting to know more things, then they are in the Sota. Any questions? Yes, Viren.
Yeah, she's not into that much, but she told me that told her not to follow it just because I said it, because it's not a good thing to follow because somebody else is following, and you gave her an example of like a rape, something. So what was that? I was not there at that time. I think he was saying something. What was that?
I was talking to her about uncertainty and I don't know in what context I said. Yeah, I said that
About like you should not follow I'm following or what, like that, or should not.
I don't know. I now don't remember, but yes, I indicated that even Berin was there. If she could remember, then it will be good.
Okay, because I was not there actually here much. So yeah, so she got the impression that she should not. Um, I mean, not impression, but that's how she. I think.
I don't know. What I was telling her is that everything in life is uncertain. Okay, that's how our topic began. I think that video is also there. What I today I uploaded on the YouTube because here the speed is good at my home. Earlier it was taking 5 hours to upload. So I came back today. Today I uploaded it, but I don't know the context. Maybe next time, if she were to meet, I can clarify to her if she wants to know what exactly she understood out of it. That would help. Okay. I don't know because there were a lot of discussions we were having, and then I indeed said I remember having said, but
Yeah, she understood. just because somebody is following, I should not, or it is as bad as like somebody is raping it. That's what she a
Okay.
bit weird as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I use that simile. I don't deny, but if you can ask her, and then I can clarify. I can clarify to you if she doesn't want to directly ask me. If she asks me directly, it will be the nicest thing because then it becomes easy, easy to clarify in which context. So then we will not have any misunderstanding. Anyway, coming back to the subject, Viren, even for her or for anyone, including my wife here, it's not about forcing. It's not about convincing. Okay. Initially, if somebody is interested, just like you go to a shopping place and you see a product and you like the product, you see it and you feel like the product, and maybe you'll take it and start using it, and you feel it's not worth it. Then what happens? You keep it back, or rather, next time you'll not buy it. In Buddha also, it happens the same. We take it and we start looking at it, and then we find not feasible or possible or whatever it is. So what Buddha did is to create a three-way, uh, like a tripod, which even Goenka uses as a simile, is to first have sila. So nobody can object to that. Meaning, if somebody were to ask, is killing good or bad? And the answer would be bad, unless the person doesn't have any heart. That doesn't mean that everybody who has heart will not like killing. It's like it makes you think. At least you'll clarify what is that you're killing. Killing human beings versus killing animals. Yeah, I would like to eat, so I don't care much about an animal. So basically, what is this all about? It's about going back to the source. Why we are doing a certain thing in a certain way is to go back to the source. And what's the source? Source is light. That's all what it is. So in any religion, it talks about light. That's a starting point. Yes.
So, just want to clarify about Buddha's teaching. Is there any sutta which talk about the light and all that?
Yeah, you go to Aganya Sutta.
What number is it? Or name? Not if you don't know the number name. What's the name? Aganya.
Aganya, Aganna Sutta. I think it is in Diga Nikaya, 27 or something like that. I'll send it to you. Don't have to worry.
Okay, I'll just write it down
Yeah,
to check.
Aganna. And in Sanskrit, it is Agrana.
Oh,
Agrana means foremost.
hmm.
Okay. Aganya means also foremost. Okay. And what is that is, there's an existence called Abhasara. Abha means light. Okay. Abhasara is the state from where we all have started. Be it an animal, be it a bird, insect, mosquito, to humans, to Deva, to Brahma, whatever world we are talking is from Abhasara. Okay. That comes in the second jhana. Supposing somebody were to die while in second jhana, that person will get re-established in Abhasara.
So, what's the literal meaning of up
I just said, right? Abha means light. Sara is essence. Essentially, it's just light.
light? Okay.
In Bible, it starts with that. In the beginning, there was light. Simple. Then what happened to light? Started getting into dark. As the pollution increases, so this also happens. Okay. So, Viren, if you really are serious, then you have to look at Chakravarti Sutta, which will talk about human life, and also this Aganya Sutta. So, if you combine both of them and study, maybe you'll understand.
Chakravarti Sutta.
Chakravarti Sutta.
Okay, I'll check that one. So they are linked.
Yes, they are linked. So, if
All
you have a
right.
doubt, that what is the hover or the length of human life is 80,000 years, it comes down to 10 years in few centuries from today. Come down to 10 years. And then again it go back to 80,000 years. Again it comes back to 10 years. Okay.
At the moment, it's 100.
What?
At the moment, it's 100 years, right?
At the moment, maximum is 100 years. Yes. It'll come down. Slowly it will start to reduce. When all humans will die earlier and the killing will be rampant like goats and pigs getting slaughtered. The human being will get slaughtered like that. And all that happens in the name of the God, whichever God they are worshipping. And then it goes to a what we can say blood flowing everywhere, and then something is going to happen. Okay, still not reached that stage. Slowly we are going into that state of existence, but as going, the trend is towards that only. It will always be like that. It's not that at any point in time it will be peaceful. No, at any point in time it will be chaotic or chaotic. It's going to be like that. So Bobby's problem is that he wants a peaceful life, and it's never going to happen. It's going to remain chaotic. Internal chaotic, external chaotic. Okay, that's going to be the fact. So we can't find any perfection in anyone or anything. That's how it is. Because we all started from abhasara. So we have come to this existence out of greed, hatred, and delusion. And everybody comes into every existence due to greed, hatred, and delusion. Okay, so now you understand this and you start working towards getting back to the source. And that's how you understand the Dhamma. You got it. That's the reason it's called Dhamma, the nature of thing. The nature is to give you a proper environment in depending upon your mental state. If the mental state is of a deva, it will give you the environment of a deva. If your mental state is an animal, it will give you the mental state. This is the experience or whatever it has to be for an animal, the bird or an insect or a human or whatever it is. It creates an environment for that. What does that mean? In the case of humans, you need to have 3 or 4 times food, right? You need to excrete. That's a nature. Nothing that you like it or dislike it is secondary. And another thing is that you have to, you know, take care of the environment. Like today, I'm sitting here. Few days ago, I was sitting in your house and everywhere. It was nice and cozy. Today, it's terrible heat. You have to undergo that. Nothing that can be done because that's a nature. So you can have a hot environment, you can have a cold environment. Like Bobby wouldn't like a cold environment, and I cannot tolerate hot environment. So Bobby cannot become liking the cold, and I cannot be made liking hot. But we can pull up, meaning we can tolerate. That can be done. That's the max we can do. Like in the case of Bobby, he can wear some sweater or something and jacket and so many things. And in my case, I can even remove this t-shirt and sit. But I can't remove the skin and sit. Because I'm feeling so hot, let me remove the skin also. Not possible. So nature, meaning when we say nature, it provides an environment for that mentality type to flourish. Got it? This is what is there in nature. That's the reason called as, in English, it is written as phenomena. I don't understand what phenomena it is. Dhamma is nature. I don't know what is the meaning of phenomena. Arising and passing of phenomena. Or what is it? Like, the sweat is arising and passing away. If the fan is more strong, maybe the sweat will dry out, which is what arising and passing away is. That means the nature, if you create a opposite environment, you can create an opposite environment to it. That's all. That means you can find a solution to anything, including the Nibbana is a solution to suffering. You can create an opposite environment. So by nature it is suffering, but you can end the suffering. And that is called as experiential faith in Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Because you have seen it by yourself. And that is Sotapanna. And one step below, one who is understanding the Dhamma is Dhammanusari. One who has faith in the Buddha is a Saddhanusari. So all the three of them is on Saddha. So the final outcome of the Saddha is Sotapanna, because his Saddha is, faith is actually standing. Because he's got experience, he has understood the Dhamma, nature. So the nature of thing is to arise and pass away. Holding on to it is dukkha, and you don't have any control on the nature, which is anatta. At the conclusion of this anicca, dukkha, anatta, tilakkana, three characteristics or signata, whatever they say that, at the end of it, if somebody were to get it, he's got it through the Dhamma eye, Dhamma chakra. So he is a Dhammanusari getting into Sotapanna. Whereas a person who has done it through the practice of Sila, and now he has seen the Viparinama Dukkha or Viparinami and Anyatha Bhavi of the Anicca, then he has become a Sotapanna by Saddha Vimukto, meaning he got rid of it or he entered into it through the Saddha. Okay. So these are the two ways of achieving the same thing. So basically what we learn is that life is uncertain. Every event is uncertain. So you can't make an uncertain thing certain. The only certainty is death. So the answer to the question, or the question to the answer is, answer, is death permanent or impermanent? Death is permanent. Because that's the only thing you can see permanently happening. Living is uncertain, impermanent. because death is certain. Living is uncertain. How long you're going to live is uncertain, but whenever it stops, it's death. So death is the only certain thing. So if there is birth, there is death. Can I be born and not die at all? No possible. So then the question comes, can I drop off everyone right here, right now? Because anyway, I know I'm going to lose them. And if that works, there are two ways of doing it. One through the Saddha way, one through the Dhamma way. If it done by the Dhamma way, he becomes Sakadagami through wisdom. And if he is doing through the Saddha, meaning through faith, his faith faculty is very strong, he is using faith, then the Sati increases, that is mindfulness or awareness. And then he get into Samadhi, and that creates Virya, energy. So through that he get Panya, wisdom. And that if it happens, he loses the interest, possessiveness of anything. And if that happens, then the person is Sakadagami. Okay, he will return to a bhava one time, and this bhava, human bhava only, no deva bhava. Only one time he enters into this existence, not beyond that. So he will get extinguished in this bhava itself, not jati, in this bhava. He'll extinguish means he will become an anagami and arhat in this bhava. He'll end. Now the third one.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So then once returner means not birth, right? It is, what is that
Bhava.
it means? Like
Bhava. It's
bhava
always
is
bhava.
already happening, right? It is, you are saying his bhava is continuing, like human birth. Is it another human bhava, or is it the same?
Same bhava.
Yeah, so he reborn into one bhava or one birth. That, what is that meaning of that once returner?
Within this bhava, as human, he will get extinguished. Let's take Shenial as an example. Now he is in Sakadagami level. So he'll get extinguished tomorrow also, or after one or two lives or whatever lives. In fact, there's a sutta where Buddha says he will colon colo. That means he's going to choose some families twice or thrice, and then he will get extinguished there.
Which is
There's,
the Sutta class?
in that, whatever I have made that list, right, it is there. Now there's no point in going there. You search for colon colo, you'll get it. Family to family, kula to kula. Colon kola means kula to kula, family to family. So he'll take three families, I mean 3 times birth at the max before he get extinguished.
Sakadagami.
Yes, Sakadagami only I'm talking about.
So he can take birth 3 or more times in human bhava, same
One
bhava,
single bhava.
one single bhava, but it can be many human birth.
Always it is like that, unless somebody says that, no, I don't agree. Okay, don't agree.
No. What I mean is, if it can be like 1,000 human bhava, human birth also.
Can be, Bobby. See, the thing is like this. What is a bhava? Without bhava, there can't be jati. Simple as that. There is, you look at the patisamutpada, if there is a situation where bhava can be escaped, then fine. There's absolutely no problem. If there can be a jati other than bhava, fine. But it can't be. Right? Then there is no point in having patisamutpada.
Yeah, correct.
See, that is the reason there is a sutta from Vipassi. Somebody should really read it. He questions properly. what is the cause for birth? What is the cause for death? Like that. What is the cause for birth? Bhava. What is the cause for death? Jati,
Jati.
birth. Now, if somebody says 7 birth, then what happens to bhava? It's already extinguished. How? What is the cause for bhava? Upadana. What is the cause for upadana? Tanha. What is the cause for tanha? Vedana. What is cause for that? Means if you go back, how will you break it? What is the step of breaking bhava? Not there.
Ignorance.
You have to come out of ignorance, which is arhat. That is fine. So if somebody dreams or somebody imagines that there can be a state without bhava, a jati can happen without bhava, it's just like saying, I will be born, I will never die. Simple. That is the, see, the thing why we do birthdays is to forget death.
So as long
Yes,
as long as you have that bhava, even if you are anagami, so it doesn't matter one time, 3 times, 4 times, as long as you have bhava, right?
So what's going to happen in an anagami is he will remove the cause and condition for womb existence. Now we might ask how and why, how, what, blah, blah. So let's understand. What is the cause for womb existence? Sexuality. If you are in a stage where the senses don't go behind feminine and masculine, is there a way for the consciousness to establish in any womb existence? And the answer is no. Why? In the consciousness, when it sees a female body part, it will have disgust. It will see it as a bone, like we were doing that meditation, stone and clay. And that's the reason Buddha talks about in the Satipatthana. He says, Sivati Kaya, meaning disintegrating or the charnel ground meditation. For whom? For all those who want to become an anagami. They should start working out on that. Because the person whom you're seeing every day as a daughter or a son or a wife or a husband is nothing but a bag of bones. You will be given a bag of bone either today or tomorrow or some other day.
But bhava is not just because of sensual thing, it's also without, as because there's 3 types of bhava, right?
Kama bhava, rupa bhava, arupa bhava, right? So rupa bhava, arupa bhava is going to be there. That's the reason anagami will be in rupa and arupa. There is a raga, rupa raga, arupa raga. That's going to be there. But his kama bhava is gone.
But yeah, it's only one gone, and you still have 2 bhava, right?
Let it be. It is fine. I'm pretty happy with it, Viren. I don't, as long as I don't come in the womb existence, I'm fine with it. I'm not looking at complete extinguishment, so to say. That's fine. That's my thing. Somebody can say, I don't mind being a Sotapanna. Fine, it's fine. I mean, we can't blame that guy saying that, hey, stupid guy, you just want to come again and again in the womb. I say, yes, I would love to come in the womb. Who says I shouldn't be coming in the womb?
So that means you will be in the higher realm, lower realm. Yeah.
See, what's the difference is, I was telling also, is that for getting into human existence, you don't require Buddha Dhamma. To be honest, I don't know how many times I have to say this. I don't have any problem in saying this. If you want to be in human life forever, you don't require anything called Buddha Dhamma. All you require is 5 precepts. That's it. Just follow the precept. Don't do anything. Don't kill, don't steal, don't have sexual misconduct, free by body, don't tell lies, and don't drink. You will be born as human all the time. You keep on doing it. No death of in lower existence or whatever. The reason why you're following Buddha is to cut the rebirth, not about being born in human. That's not the question. That's not our lookout. Our lookout is, I don't want this samsara running around, turning around. The consciousness turns around. That's the reason I request all of you once to see the whirlpool in your place, wherever you're staying. If you're seeing in a river or wherever, just go and see the whirlpool. Real whirlpool. Don't create a whirlpool and say that I saw the whirlpool. The real whirlpool, how it pulls. It creates life. If you have a leaf or you have something there, it just pulls it. And it makes something non-living living. That's the reason Buddha uses a simile called as Vattam Vattati. Vatta means whirlpool. Vattati means turn around. So in the whirlpool, it first turns like this and again turns back. So the Nissarana, the cutting off, is the other way around. So that's the reason in the Patisamutpada, he does one and he cuts that. So it's going in one circle and other circle, he cuts it. So then the whirlpool is extinguished. Okay. So a Sotapanna is one, did not have to know all of this. He is following the precepts so that he is born as a human and also interested in ending the rebirth. If that is happening, he will be a Saddhanusari and he will become a Sotapanna out of Saddha. That is, his out of 5 faculties, the Saddha faculty is established. He has to now work on the other faculties. Okay, that's what it is. So now the question comes, should I be following Buddha? If my interest is to be reborn as a human, there is no need to go to the Buddha Dhamma at all. That's a one straightforward answer. And what does this Vattam Vattati do, or this whirlpool do? It is creating a life force. What is a whirlpool in the first place? The river is flowing. One part of the river decides to turn backward, upward stream. And while it is hitting upward, it cannot go upward. So it starts turning there only. You got the point. And when it turns, you can say, Ittha, here it is. If a river is flowing like this, you can't see anything because there's nothing. Only when it turns back, you can say, oh, something is there. That something is Vilas. That something is Bobby. That something is Janak. That something is Viren. That something is Merin, like that. Each is a whirlpool. There is no person out there. It just a river water has taken a turn back to establish. Now, what it will do? It will take the same water, it will try to hit back, and this is pushing, so it's hitting back, so it turns there. So it would seem as though life has come into existence. So for every whirlpool, there is a lifespan. When it comes to human, that whirlpool in that place can run like that for 100 years. If they were LM, that whirlpool is slow. By the time it finishes one turn, this human being would have taken 100 turns like this. Like in the case of Maya or Maya in Bobby's home, that poor animal doing like that will not survive much. Because from morning till evening, that idiot knows only to ask for food. Anytime Merin goes there to kitchen, she will follow. It keeps on asking for food. That's all it knows. Okay. Now, when we see that Maya or Maya, whatever their name they are given, is that stupid animal is just circling there and it'll get extinguished, to be reborn in the same place, and then again keeps on turning. That's all. Yes.
So to see whose whirlpool is slower or faster, and you gave example of a dog and human being. So that like a dog breathe very fast, right? So that is the sign that their whirlpool is very fast.
Yeah,
Going.
it will only stay for 14 years. See, now is a dog, is already an aged dog. In few years' time, it will have cataract. It will have all kind of diseases. It will become aged. Like that. That's all what it's doing.
Hmm. And so, I mean, we got the whirlpool once you're born, right? But you can stop for the next life if you want to.
Exactly. So, what Buddha is teaching through this whirlpool experience is you can cut off the whirlpool and it will merge with water. What Vedanta says, same thing, says that water is there, it joins the ocean, the river, the sea ultimately joins to the ocean, but they don't know how.
What was the name of that sutta you just said? The whirlpool one?
You have to search for Vattam Vattati.
Vattam Vatati.
Vattati.
Vattam Vatati.
Yeah. Vatta is whirlpool.
Okay.
Ittha bhava, anyatha bhava. But what does it do for you? Let's say I send it to you, what will change in you?
I have to study that sutta.
And then what it will do to you?
Then I will find how to stop it.
For that it is there, no step by step process is there.
No, but it will like about the
No problem. No problem. It's there in many, many suttas. But I'll send you the most appropriate one, I'll send it to you so that you don't have to
Is this not the appropriate one?
which one?
That Vattam Vattati.
No, I'm talking on Vattati only, Vattam only, that send you the
Yeah.
most appropriate one.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Because we have already covered this and then I don't know why you're asking it, but anyway. Because that is there in Upadana Paripavatta Sutta. SN 22.56.
Less. Okay.
Yes.
Are you doing something? Searching something?
No. I didn't search for you. Yeah. Viren, you can see this. A Kevalino Vattam tesam natti panyapanaya.
Is he gone?
I don't know where he went.
Maybe disconnected or something. He's back.
Yeah, Viren, I was saying that here it is ye kevalino vattam tesam natti panyapanaya. Able to see this?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, kevalino is kaivalya. Have you heard about term kaivalya? In Pali,
Yes.
in Pali it is called kevala. So this is what is the kaivalya. Stop the circling. And since they don't know how to explain this, they put no cycle of rebirth to be found. It is vattam, no circling.
You know, today something happened. ഞാൻ സാധാരണ എല്ലാ വർക്ക്ഷോപ്പ് കഴിയുമ്പോഴത്തേനുണ്ടല്ലോ ഞാൻ ഇവിടുന്ന് എക്സോസ്റ്റഡ് ആയിട്ടാണ് പോയത് തലവേദനയായിട്ട് because I was thinking about
ഇതൊക്കെ ഇദ്ദേഹത്തോട് പറ, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഇൻസ്പിറേഷൻ കൊടുക്കും. പറഞ്ഞോട് പറയാനുണ്ടോ?
ഇൻസ്പിറേഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ? ഞാൻ എന്റെ
അല്ലാതെ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞതിന്റെ കാര്യം ഇവിടെ പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് എന്നാ പുള്ളി ഇവിടെ വന്ന് പഠിപ്പിച്ചതിന് പോയി എന്റെ പ്രയോജനം ഉണ്ടായെന്നുള്ളത് ആൾക്കാർക്ക് കേൾക്കും. മനസ്സിലായോ? അങ്ങനെ
Bobby, we can hear you in Malayalam.
അതുകൊണ്ടായിരിക്കുമല്ലോ.
We can hear you in entire Malayalam.
Sorry.
I don't know what you both are shouting at.
She was telling she had a nice experience in where she was working today. And I
Okay.
was telling, tell that to Vilashi so that, because she was doing some workshop, it seems. And then she was not feeling tired because normally she feels tired.
Okay.
So she was not feeling tired.
Excellent.
But I told, you come and tell instead of telling to me.
Good,
So,
good, Merin.
Thank you, Lassie.
Okay, so that's all what we can see on this. So through Panya, if you see, then you know that you have cut off the whirling around or the whirlpool effect. So you're on the path of liberation. So why do we fall? Yes.
Vilashi, like this, human bhava, it is reducing from 80,000 to 100, or even it will go to 10.
10.
That's what the Sutta says. But is it like other bhavas, like, Deva or anywhere, there because the precepts, doesn't go here and there, right? It is almost same. So that bhava will be like in one birth it will finish the bhava also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even in animal also it might be like that.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Animal don't have lifespan. Animal don't have a long lifespan.
Yeah, whatever short is it the bhava, or is it again they will born and born?
Bobby, you need to understand three things without which this is going to be a tremendous painful exercise. First and foremost, you need to know Ayu. Second, you need to know Usma. Third one is Vijnana. What we are talking is Vijnana. We are not talking about Ayu and Usma. When Buddha talks in that Aganya Sutta or in Chakkavati Sutta, he's talking about Ayu. He's not talking about Vijnana. What it means is that if you are born as Bobby, that experiencer Bobby can stay in a human world or human experience or at the max 100 years. After that, he still have so much of work to do. So he will be reborn as human being. I might disagree with that, being that I will never be born as a human being. It's my personal choice. But what we are talking is Ayu. We are not talking about Vijnana at all. But Bobby is a Vijnana. It's not Ayu. So they are different things. like even what Viren is also explaining to me, he's explaining to me from the Vijnana, consciousness. The consciousness experience of you being Bobby, or he being Viren, or that being Janak, or I being Vilas, can experience that at the max 100 years, because the lifespan itself is 100 years. Nobody can do anything about it. Can you extend your lifespan? No. That's what Buddha is saying. Now, when we say 80,000 years, it's a lifespan of that entire experience is 80,000 years. Now, I might argue that where it is written that you will be 7 lives is what is indicated. So I will be reborn max 7 lives and I'll extinguish. Fine. Absolutely fair. If that is true, well, go ahead. So if we really see from the Mahavedala Sutta, which explains about Ayu, Usma, Vijnana. And if you were to tie up with the Aganya Sutta, and you are able to see the Chakravarti Sutta, then you will be able to understand how things work. Otherwise, what's going to happen is, we'll try to say jati equals bhava, because I don't want to be reborn many times. And nobody would like to be reborn many times. So I'll keep on saying that it is 7 lives. Because who is interested in reborn 100 times? Will you ask Maya? Are you be interested in burning 100 times? No. Because the pain of dying, it knows. Pain of old age, it knows. And pain of death, it knows. And now the question comes, why the Ayu is not more? Because of the wrong habitual pattern, which is akusala. So if you don't have akusala, your lifespan increases. Obvious. So what is there? What is so great about it? I don't understand. You are doing sila because the lifespan is going to increase. You are doing favor to yourself. Because if you don't want to be reborn so many number of times, keep the sila. And then you're not going to be having multiple rebirths. Simple. Now let's say I reach into anagami. Who stops you? Will anybody come and stop you? That's what he says in the Dhammachakka Pavatana Sutta. Nobody can come and stop it. It's non-stoppable. Who stops you? Nobody stops except for your own volition or my own volition on doing wrong deeds. It should stop. Otherwise, who is going to come and stop? Which Mara will come? Which Deva will come? Which Brahma will come? Who will come to stop it? Nobody can stop. And I know I have reached Anagami. Nobody has to come and give me a certificate of merit saying that here is, you are an Anagami, my dear friend. I don't want his certificate. Why? Why should I take certificate from that person? Death is for everyone the same. So the dying person should know. Why should the living person know? And I go to another living person asking him, boss, tell me, am I Anagami or not Anagami? Makes no sense. So to be an Anagami, only thing I need to do is cut from the chitta causes for rebirth in human existence. Anyway, animal existence, you have already done it at Sotapanna level. You cut off from the human level. Done. Why I should have interest on feminine parts? Stop it. Yes, Bobby.
I think Marin, this is recorded, right? This session is getting recorded. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Vilasi, I have a couple of questions. One is, so this morning, sorry, it is not totally unrelated to the previous question. One was about this morning. I was just walking into the workplace, and I was just walking, and I was following what you were saying about watching the feet, and I was for a moment I was thinking, my God, like this is workplace, so if I'm not able to, like, I'm not looking at somebody else's face, and they might think that I'm totally ignoring them. And I was aware about people coming and going, but I was not paying attention. How uh, am I doing correct or not correct, or should I not be doing that?
No, you are doing correct. When people come, you have to look at them in the same way you are looking at your feet. And you can see the movement, which is equivalent to foot movement, and that's it. Then you are not showing them that you are not giving them any due respect. Let's say Bobby is coming and you look at your feet, and then he might misunderstand you. Instead of
Yeah,
that, you are watching Bobby like you would have watching your own feet.
yeah, but it was just feeling like as though they're like, of course you can see people coming in, but I was not paying attention to any one particular person as
That's
such.
fine. That's fine. Only when somebody says hi to you or hello to you or whatever, then you give, hi, how are you doing? And that's it, over.
Okay, all right, okay. The second question was, like, of course he did mention about it, the workshop which I was doing, and like usually after a workshop I usually think about the workshop, what all I taught, you know um, and how people interacted in the whole 8 hours workshop. And then at least I'll have a thought about it during the time when I'm coming in. But today I was not able to recollect anything or like remember anything, like. And then if I forcefully recollect, of course I can remember what happened. And then all the way driving in, and then what else I was doing. So things were just like almost getting cut off, like was this like, of course if I try to remember them I can remember them, but I can't remember them, in the usual sense. Like, when I was doing it previously, I used to linger on it and then feel upset or happy or whatever it is. Like today, I was like feeling like it's just over and done.
Nice. Good for you.
Good for me. Okay.
Yes.
The third thing is about this was the experience in my first Goenga retreat, which happened 2009. So this I have I don't know whether I've told you this. So of course that was my first retreat, and it was like I think it was the day 4 or day 5. We were just like like doing the vipassana just after that vipassana day, and at one point I felt like something is coming through my spine, and it went right through here. It felt like a big force of wind, and it just went almost probably maybe up to here or so. And then I just suddenly like felt like what is happening, and then I felt like something, it just hit back in and then gone back in. What is that? Like, is that something like I was I kept
No, if
wondering.
you're if you're
you know,
if you're getting that energy movement, which is called as Kundalini, it you will have something moving up the spine. So it
Okay.
happens.
Right, because I have not had that experience after that at all. Only once in my life I've ever felt that.
Yeah, you are. If you don't, if you cut it off or if you disturb it, it will not come back for a long time.
Mhm.
See, like today in the morning, we were discussing on this topic where Shaniel was talking about it. I said that also happens. But in the
Mhm.
Goenka technique, they don't give that importance to it because people will get attached to it. So
Yeah, I did ask the teacher that, and she said, "That's nothing. Don't worry about it. Just concentrate on your sensations and things like that."
yeah,
So,
yeah. So what happens when you're watching the sensation? What is a sensation is all about energy movement. That's all what sensation is. And energy, when it moves, you're seeing it as itching sensation or a throbbing sensation or a heat sensation or a cold sensation or something like that. But basically, it is just energy, right? So it is felt in the manomaya kaya, which is mental sheath or mental body. Nothing is experienced in the physical body per se. The physical body doesn't have any life on its own. So basically, if somebody were to explain all of this, then the people get interested. So what Ubakin Goenka technique will do is to disregard all of these as something happening. You just forget it. Just look at the sensation. That's the right thing to do. Otherwise, the people will get attached
stuck
to
in
it.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they get attached to it. But what you faced, what you got it is in the maybe in the what you can say Manipura chakra near the stomach region and the backside. There is the movement of that energy. So what has happened is that it has triggered the nadis to open up, and when it opens up, it goes up. When it goes
Mhm.
up, you feel something going up and then going above.
Mhm.
If you wait enough, you will have a fantastic experience. But anyway, now you cut it off, so it doesn't come back again for a long time.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that, because I had this question for a long time. I couldn't get an answer for this anyway. I just wanted to know what it was really. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It starts at the base of the spine, which is called Muladhara, and ends at Sahasrara, which is above here. So
Okay.
you'll feel energy moving above your head
Uh-huh.
as though it is going up,
Yes. Yeah.
and you feel a full force.
It was feeling like, I really felt like as though it was like a fan of air, like, jet or something like that, just
Yes,
moving up here.
yes,
And then I just like suddenly, like, what happened, like, and then just it just came back in like a thud onto my head.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Vilashi,
Ah,
that like today afternoon we were discussing about that the Abhidhamma, that way of getting to enlightenment, or those things. So in that first three itself is like first the about the kandas and everything, right? So even that stage, say like nama rupa separately, and the conditionality and the like so that stage itself, according to suttas, you are a Sotapanna, right? In that first three, even the
yes,
first sequence.
yeah, yeah. So, but that is not how it works. So basically, how Visuddhi Magga defines is it starts with Nama Rupa. If you have a knowledge of Nama Rupa, then you're done. So you don't have to have arising and passing and Bhanga Jnana and all that. So basically, what Goenka and Ubakin teaches is the right approach from that perspective, that they're talking about the Bhanga Jnana through arising and passing away, Udayavaya Jnana or Anicca. Because the sensation, you're dropping it off, you're not catching it, you're not holding on to it. So then the Bhanga happens. There you will not get the Nama Rupa Paricheda Jnana. It means separating the Nama from the Rupa. Then you are almost like Arhat.
So Namanama Paricheda Jnana is like in the first step here, right? It is like it is separate, but you always talk about that. But here it is the first one. So
That
that
is what I'm
understand.
telling you, Bobby. It is from Visuddhi Magga. Nowhere Buddha explains like that. No, there is not even one sutta which explains that. Buddha Ghosa's explanation is Buddha Ghosa's explanation. It is his commentary. Somebody follows his commentary and he feels that is right. Okay, that is right. But nobody can get into Nama Rupa Paricheda Jnana like that. You look at Vipassi, he became a Samma Sambuddha by doing Nama Rupa with Vijnana. That means, oh, okay, maybe he is somebody like Samma Sambuddha then.
That's what you always say. Even in the afternoon, you are saying that if you get one of them, Udayabaya or anything, it is everything is included in that. That's what
Yeah.
I was also meditating on. I was listening to that discourse, what Shenil was saying, that somebody was explaining that. So then I felt that, if you know one of them, all the others are automatically included.
Yeah, you don't have to know all the 16 of them separately. So that's the reason Buddha never talks about 16 Vipassana Jnana. It is something what elaborated by Buddha Ghosa as part of his commentary in the Visuddhimagga.
Yeah. But in that other sutta, what you are talking today, that Retta Vinida Sutta, that in that it is somewhat touched, right? It's not completely like this, but it is.
No, he starts with why the Sila Visuddhi has to happen. See, we have to understand Sila Samadhi Panya. This is a very stupid way of understanding that you start with Nama Rupa and come somewhere else and all that. It's fine. It is not in line with what Buddha talks about. That's what I can say to you.
It is somebody who is like more and more going into sutta way. Maybe this may be a bit more contradicting. That's what you're saying.
It's not about contradicting. You will not be able to get what is that 16 of them. See, that guy who is explaining, he's explaining from the Daniel Ingram's way. It's got nothing to do with Sutta. That's why the reason I wrote it, that people are aware. If you read his book on what Buddha said and all that, you will see that it is his interpretation. See, I can interpret in whatever way I want. What is the Sutta reference to that? Where in the Sutta it is written like that? I need that. I don't want some other explanation for.
Then why many people are feeling that way? They are experiencing that way.
No, Bobby, you know what you are not able to understand is that consciousness is a magician. If the way you want it, you'll experience that way. Aren't you experiencing Vishart?
Yeah. So if you keep on reflecting something, the
Contemplating on it, yeah.
consciousness will automatically do that.
Yeah, that's what.
And it may not be correct, or is it not
It
correct?
may be correct, it may not be correct.
Because some of these experiences, we feel like it is true, but for example, that the one which we do, the tunnel one, Lassi. Like I can really see it and I can feel it.
Yes,
Like
you can see it, and that anybody can see it. So now what Buddha is talking about is something. If you see the passing away, everyone gets the same effect. It's
well,
not,
over a period of time, do they feel it? Because I actually showed that to Annabelle and Ashley, and they said they can't see it.
yes, because they are yet to get this effect. Meaning, even Ariu, I've been telling him from the day I landed in US, and he couldn't get it. Only on the last day, one day before I left US, he got it. Otherwise, he was in tears. Why everybody is getting, he himself is not getting.
But I was getting that when I was cycling, when I was doing the cycling. I was seeing
Bobby, even Vrinda got it, but it is a sustenance. Today, she doesn't get it. Only on one day for some time she got it, and that's it.
Is that because of practice? Of course, you will make it perfect. Because today, even when I was walking, I was telling you about that this morning when I was walking. I was able to see that, like, people coming, going, coming, going. You can just see that.
Why is because of two reasons, Marin. Number one, if your morality is intact, it will still continue. If you break the morality, it will also break. It will not work. Number one. Number two, if the mindfulness is there, it will work. And most of the time, our mindfulness will not be there. So we'll not even do that again. We think that we got it, it's okay.
And you practicing it, you continue to practice it.
Yes, you continue to practice, it will become stronger and stronger and stronger, and it stays.
Yeah, I think when I try every time, that whatever you taught it will come automatically, at least for some time, other than if I'm talking or something.
Yeah, so the question here is, Bobby, can I make it a sustained practice? That's the question. That is sati. We might have saddha, faith, but sati is weak. So what happens? It will break. So let's say you and Marin discuss something, and then you are in that thinking, that's it, over. Now, no matter how much you walk, you'll not get it. Because the mind is somewhere else.
Mind goes there, right?
Yeah. It'll
Can
go.
I talk and be mindful of that? Oh,
That is a different skill. You have to increase your skill set, skill level. That's the reason I was telling you, do it without getting associated. You have to practice that, and then you will be able to associate and disassociate.
yeah,
You're
I'm doing that.
you're
Right.
disassociated, but looking like associated. Presently, you look disassociated, but you actually are associated.
Yeah, I think I understand that.
It should be you are seemingly associated, but internally you are completely disassociated. You've got nothing to do with anyone.
So now, when you dissociate, at least then you keep watching the mind. That's what I'm doing today. Today I was doing that. So disassociate, and what is going on in your mind, you keep observing it, right? Because
Yes.
when something is not happening as per my wish, I keep trying to. It might be bit very unpleasant also, sometimes, because I was developing this habit for a long time.
Yeah, it can happen. So don't worry. You key objective here for every one of us is to associate or disassociation only. That's what that Ratavinita Sutta is also. The last one for non-grasping. Right? So objective is non-grasping. Is disassociation. You associate, you do everything for disassociation.
At least I have a goal. I understand that this things which is happening when things are not happening in the way I want, that is the next hindrance in me. That I understood. So I at least that goal is there.
Perfect. So try it out. It works. Okay. So it's 9:15.
Yeah. So you're not tired or anything, Vilashi? Your train journey, everything was good. Sorry, your plane.
Plane was good. No problem with cattle class. Absolutely fine.
Is it that your all luggages and
Next time
everything?
you'll be coming in business class.
No. Don't worry about that. It's very nice. Didn't have any problem. And in fact, luggage also was not a problem. In fact, I didn't have any problem from the time
Is
we
it
started.
all your luggage is fine? Everything is fine?
Yeah. Janak, whatever that mixer he had given, it's in shape.
Yeah.
Good. At least that was a worry about, because
No.
anything else.
It is perfectly fine. I didn't face any issues. In
And all
fact,
the seats and all not melted or anything.
nothing. Little bit, but not much. So I came and kept in the fridge. But otherwise, perfect. Meaning, I didn't face a single issue. So even with that economy class, it is absolutely fine. You don't have to do a business class next time. It is, I'm just pulling the leg and nothing else, because this Shashi Tharoor keeps on saying cattle class. So, yeah, I just use that word.
It became a very controversy in the beginning.
Yeah.
When he said that.
Cattle.
So there was no jet lag, I'm sure, as usual.
You should tell me, like it's a 24 hours now, but normally people will, that nothing like that. Only thing, because of this heat, I was not able to get much of sleep yesterday night. The body had to adjust between 31 degrees in the night to 18 degrees, which used to be, or 15 degrees in the night. And I used to keep the whole window open of theirs at 15 degrees and then sleep.
I'm also happy for Marine. She said she didn't get tired today. So I just wanted to ask her, is that just she was watching her walking legs or anything else she did? Because that was amazing what she experienced. I just want to ask her.
Yes, I think I was being more aware about people and talking, just trying to watch it as frames, like rather, and then gone, frames and gone. So I was not associating them really, like so just done and dusted, like rather than keeping them on my head. And so when each, like, so I was doing a workshop for emergency practices for maternity. So it was like all complicated procedures. There some doctors were there, some midwives were there. And so when they're done, like each scenario done, gone, done, gone. So I was also feeling much happier by then, because in the morning I went with a headache, thinking that it's going to be very hard because we didn't have the tech people. They were all on leave. And so we had to do all the backstage work, as well as the front stage. And so I was worried. But then by the end of the day, it was actually, ran more smoothly than ever it has ran.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's
Excellent. Keep it
And
up.
I could not think about it. Like, usually I keep thinking about it in the car when I'm coming back and all that. It didn't come to me at all. Like, unless I was thinking, like, usually I think about it, and today I could not.
Nice.
good.
You are a free person.
Huh?
Free person. Enjoy.
No,
Mukti.
actually, Marin, if you throw out like a quote thrown out and then
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. So you're there when you're there, and then after that you.
That's what Vilas was saying, right? When he was when he does these meetings in the office, like people think that he's not listening, but when he's giving a presentation, he tells everything.
Yeah, I tell
So,
that. And even in Shaniel's home, I was there. When we came back to your house, gone. Then I
gone.
left your house, that's gone. Then I
Yeah.
left the airport is gone. When I landed in Sydney, Brisbane is gone. When I took the flight from Sydney, the Sydney airport is gone. When I sat in the airline, it's like I'm sitting in this chair, exactly sitting in this chair, and nothing. That's it. If you're meditating,
So gone means like you're not thinking about that, right? About
no,
that.
no, I'm not
No,
even bringing
And
in any
no
feelings,
lingering thoughts,
no
like an
lingering
as
thought.
no
say,
perception.
no
No person.
lingering thoughts. Yeah, of course, if you want to think about it, you can remember that. If
But
you
otherwise, no. Why?
but otherwise it doesn't come to your memory.
Exactly. So now, Viren, yesterday, between the flight from Sydney to Bangalore, I sat, closed my eyes. Then I was feeling a little bit hungry. Then I opened my eyes. Then again, there was no thing because the plane itself had not started. There was a 1 hour delay. So we sat in the flight at 9, but he took off only at 10. We were on the tarmac for 1 full hour.
Did you get some food in the first flight?
Yes, they gave some food, a small something they had given. It's okay. I was feeling hungry. Then after I think 11:30 or something, they gave some food. Then off for few hours. Then she knocked me up saying that you want to see eat something, and then again they gave food. Again I ate. Gone. So it's like somebody giving me food here. I'm sitting here. Somebody comes and asks me, "Are you hungry?" I say yes. So what's the difference between sitting in this chair and sitting in the airline chair? They both are the same. If I were to remove this guy, I can go slightly back and sit. Same thing is happening there. If I make it as an economy seat, and that is a business class seat, then the pain. But seat is a seat. Just that is what I keep. Then when I got off the plane in Bangalore, the plane is gone. What Qantas, how it was, what it was. Then when I left the airport is gone. Only the cab that took is there, experience. When I left the cab is gone and came to the house. And after that, house is gone. So I'm meeting my family. The family experience is there. Then after that family experience is gone, I'm taking out my bag and removing all the clothes and everything. That experience is there. After that, that experience is gone. Now, if you really do like this, there is no energy which is going out. So you'll not feel tired.
When you say like this, like you seems to have a good memory of all the things happened also.
Yes,
So it is
memory is
it,
there.
that's why people get sometimes with confusion. Like it's all gone, but if somebody wants to recollect it,
Yeah,
they
recollection is
have a very good way of explaining that than a normal person who is actually trying to think about it.
I don't think I get
Yeah,
from the beginning.
yeah, you get everything, right?
Yeah, from our
I think
first hotel where that mall where we went and to that, I
Yeah.
remember.
So when you say it's gone, it's gone. But you can see even we may not be able to recollect all those things like how you
Gone in
recollect.
the sense like what Marin was informing.
you are
She
disassociated with that
disassociated.
particular thing. Yeah. And but you can recollect it.
Yeah, if you want, you can create it. That's all.
If you intentionally recollect it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt the same today. I don't know whether it will sustain, but it is such a good experience because if you linger with these memories, it actually creates a lot of pain for you because that's what's been happening for me. Like after every workshop, I come home, I'm so tired because I'm thinking about all what happened in the workshop. But today I'm not feeling tired at all. Like I'm feeling so fresh today
Excellent.
because I'm totally out of that. Like it's gone. At 4:15 we finished out, and
Maybe
after that I didn't think about it.
maybe you should do that with Bobby as well.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I that's what I'm saying. Like today, it may be a it's just a event. Hopefully, it'll sustain. If it sustains, it'll be good. And if I
I
can
think that
practice
basically
it,
that is the secret of all this. What
Yeah,
practice
if
what
she
we are
can
doing.
do it for next 7 days, she's picked it, and then she can do it with anyone.
Yeah. It
So
is not about the training. It's about anything.
yeah. So then she doesn't have to linger on that. Whatever action to be taken, take it, forget it. Over, done.
That is sati.
That is sati, patisati, sati, patisati. That
So Vilashi, when you are going back to work,
I'm already at work today. I attended meetings and all that.
okay. So going to office
Next week,
next week.
I'm already at work today. Lata asked me, "Are you at work?" I said, "Yes, very much at work." Had meetings, whatever should have. Back to work. No resting period. No loss of energy.
I think we all will eventually get there.
Should get there. It's almost touching 9:45. Sorry, yeah, 9:30. And Janak will say Vilas ji, and Marin will say Vilas ji. So let's end it.
no, Marin has good energy today. So
Okay.
we'll save it.
What
Still, I
Janak?
think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea.
Sorry, my mobile goes off automatically at 9:30.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's so switch off automatically. So that's why I think.
Yeah.
Or it's a time to sleep.
Yeah. It is programmed to sleep.
Programmed to sleep, yes.
Yeah, my laptop battery is also flat, so I'm not joining it. I mean, connecting it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's good.
Thank you.
Okay. So should we end?
Okay. Thank you, Vilashi, then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.